Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Uncle Bruce, and I'm here again with Juvenal. How are you, Juvenal?
I'm very fine, thank you. Hi, everybody.
So today we're going to talk about artificial intelligence, and I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what we're going to talk about here. So let me share my screen, share here, and here. So this is the article that we're going to be talking about. It's called Robots Sacked, Screenings Shut Down. A new movement of Luddites is rising up against AI. So, this is an article that was pretty interesting to read. And now we're going to discuss about that. And so, what was your overall opinion of this article, Juvenile?
Uh, I think it's a very interesting view, or in fact, it's about something or a movement that is real now, right now, of people against AI because they fear about uh, the trends of AI taking place of human in some work environment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like we discussed some time ago
Mm-hmm.
about, for example, people that or professionals that is being replaced by AI in Hollywood, for example.
Mm-hmm.
There are AI writing stories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
There are professionals making advertising, writing, texts for marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the point. And there is the article said something that I think is not so huge, but it's an important movement against. And these people are being called as Luddites or Luddites.
Yes, it's that term comes from a person named Ned Ludd. So they are Luddites, and I didn't really capture why, but evidently he was a rebellious person and rebelled against something in his time, and so they are doing the same as they're rebelling against artificial intelligence. And there have been people in the music industry that are very upset about AI using their beats, their music, their songs that they write. And so that's one community that's not happy about artificial intelligence. And there were some other ones too, like Nintendo. Nintendo
Mhm.
has said that they will not use generative AI. And Stack
Yeah,
Overflow, another one, will not
hard to
use it.
believe.
Yeah.
It's very hard to believe
Yeah.
that.
So it's like these groups are saying, hey, no way, we're not going to do it.
Hmm.
So, it's interesting because I think like Chat GPT, I like it because it doesn't
Hmm.
have all the extra information that Google wants me to see. Like all the different groups that are promoting their business as I look at the information I'm trying to seek. Trying to look for some basic ideas, and all of a sudden I get like 4 or 5 promoted topics that are related to what I'm asking about. And then I might find what I'm looking for. But if I go to AI or the chat GPT, I can find what I want now, and it's maybe not 100% accurate, but it's pretty darn good. So I like this part of the chat GPT AI is because I
Hmm.
can find what I want without a lot of, would say, fluff, a lot of other junk. So
Yeah.
I thought that part was pretty good. And then the people are also targeting the driverless cars, you know, and so people don't want to have the driverless cars running around the city and running over people, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So people are trying to stop the
Yeah.
people from using these cars that don't have actually should be a human driving them. So
Yeah.
a lot of
I
things
think
happening in this area of rebellion.
I think the huge fear that people are having now, it's about, the danger of positions losses or work. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
so machines taking take the place of human beings.
mm-hmm.
I think the other stuff is the danger of lose control of data information, or like the danger of fake news in
Yeah,
field,
politics. Yep.
politics field, or even in the danger that you and me and my family, has some picture or some, how can I say, frauded in
Yeah.
a movie or pornography. For
Mm-hmm.
example, danger that people are getting, very how can I say, resistant about this. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is the problem. Or just to resume, the problem is to have no control.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In my point of view, I think this is the point.
Mm-hmm.
So on the other hand, for me, it's a big surprise because as we are talking before, for this new generation, I think that I think they realized or they discovered a lot of possibilities to use AI in our favor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well, you
so
you were
for
talking
me,
about that movie that you watched. What was it called? Ex Machina,
Ex Machina, yeah,
and that
it's
was
a
about
new
artificial
movie.
intelligence, huh?
Yeah, yeah. It's about this. It's about a guy, a very talented and intelligent guy that has a company, and he developed um, an Android, okay, with
Mm-hmm.
some intelligence, actually, huge intelligence, and this device, if I can say like that, it starts to develop itself and start to feel, to behave like a human. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to. I wouldn't like to give some spoilers. So
Right, right.
I think I
Okay.
think it's very interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And there was another article that I did not read, but I see it now as I'm looking at the article. It says humanity's remaining timeline. It looks more like 5 years than 50 years before we meet the AI apocalypse. So perhaps as they're talking about that, we may see AI becoming more able to
Hmm.
process information and to understand human sensations and ideas and emotions, and then start thinking more like a human. And I'm sure that's what they're trying to do. The people that work with AI, they're trying to make robots that are like humans.
Hmm.
Okay, so as
Yeah.
that gets developed further and further, then of course they can implant a program. to be a good robot or a bad robot. Okay. And then we get into the Marvel comics. We get into Marvel comics talking about the Marvel with was it Superman and Spider-Man and all these other characters that, the robots, they could have a lot going for them. And therefore, that's the danger. They talk about AI apocalypse. So to have the problem that we cannot control the robots, that's something that seems reasonable, that could become a factor. That we cannot control them, and we may need to destroy them because they may have too much power over humanity. So we laugh about it now. We laugh about it now, but 15, 25 years in the future, it may be a reality.
Yeah. So in this case, we have to recognize that Isaac Asimov were, like Nostradamus, and they forecasted the future, And I think in this case, it's just necessary to how can I say, to assume that robots will follow the main rule, that is to not cause any damage or don't harm human beings. I think this is the only thing that's necessary.
Yes.
To implant this idea on them.
Yeah, but the idea is this. You have a different group of beliefs than I do. And everybody has a different group of beliefs than I do. Everybody's an individual. So if you get some people that I would consider criminal, okay, and bad people, if they get involved in creating bad robots for their own purposes, maybe to steal or to kill, it's like, man, it'd be a crazy world.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And I saw an interview of the CEO of OpenAI. This is a company that holds the license of ChatGPT. And he said, okay, it's quite natural, that AI will take place some professions that existed now, because it's about evolution. That's it. And for me, I think, okay, but let's think about a law firm, or okay. We know that AI does not create any information yet. Okay, AI just process what it was created or it was processed before. All stuff that exists in the clouds, internet, and other stuff. But starting from this point, all this stuff were created by human beings with bias, with beliefs, with so. If the AI take place of a lawyer, for example, and start to develop some documents, okay, some process, or start to judge or give some to advocate in the name of one or another people, we will just replicate the bias and the behavior that we have now, because it's about human beings. So this is the point, I think, for me, it's there is a danger behind this idea, and in this case, it's necessary to create some limits or to create some, you know, to create some rules to use that.
Right. I know the United States government is doing that. And I think the European Union is also doing that to create rules and regulations for the operations of artificial intelligence. But you have people
Makes
that will
sense.
not follow those rules and regulations. Okay. So you have to have people that police that. I mean, it's just like with online criminal activity. People are always trying to hack in to a system to take advantage of information, to do something, maybe to take control of a website, especially for big companies like medical companies that deal with medical insurances, that pay the hospitals, things like that. You know, it could be very bad. So in a sense, that is already artificial intelligence getting involved in trying to hack. They can use hacking, can use artificial intelligence to do their job of penetrating systems to do bad and evil things against a company or against society. So it already exists, you know, these things happening in a bad way, but there are some good ways and good positive things that come out of this revolution of artificial intelligence too. So, you know, we have to be ready for the good and the bad together, just like anything else in life, just like anything else.
I think it may be what causes more fear in the people is the velocity of these changes, of
the
this
speed.
Because now it's very quickly. If we think about the velocity or the speed of new inventions or new things that were developed by people or invented, the velocity is, you know, incredible fast.
It is incredibly fast. That is true.
Yeah.
So that's true. I mean, that's just the way it is in the world nowadays with technology and advancements in medicine, everything. Everything's coming quick. You know, talking about making an engine using hydrogen, you know, using water. So that's pretty cool. But then you think about the oil companies, you know, their profits are going to go, okay? And the car companies have to make the modifications to the motors of the cars. I mean, that's happening now with the EV, you know, the electric system that's being put in many cars nowadays. That's a big change that the auto industry had to implement to continue manufacturing cars that will be used in society and authorized by the government because the government's trying to reduce the carbon emissions. So I'm sure that this artificial intelligence is helping in many ways in these areas. They're probably causing inventions to come quicker, like you said.
Yeah, let's see if you and I will be able to see or to testify synergy or, you know, make by some robot. Someone in the at the hospital.
Our grandkids will develop this. Our grandkids will develop all this. Well, that was good talking today about this topic, and it always is good to talk with you, Juvenile. You always have good topics to talk about. So thank you again for this time together, and we appreciate the audience coming and listening and maybe absorbing something that could be used in their own lives, either English or the things that we talk about. So thank you, everybody. So this is Uncle Bruce saying goodbye for today.
Okay, Bruce, was a pleasure. Bye-bye, and take care, people.
All right. Bye-bye.